Fortnite is a game of constant decision making. What weapons should you take? What route should you take to get to the circle? But some decisions are much more helpful than others, and there's a lot of videos out there, and I've done them myself, about the dumbest decisions you can make in Fortnite. But what about the opposite? What is up, guys? Jimmy or Chaos. Welcome to Chaos Top 10s. Today, we're going to be checking out 10 of the smartest decisions that you, the player, can make in Fortnite Battle Royale. It's all about positivity for this one. We're going with the smart ones. Let's get started. This month's giveaway is for a new PlayStation 4 console. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload. And in the comment section, let me know why you want to win the PS4 and include your Twitter handle so I can contact you if you're the winner. The winner will be announced at the end of the month. Kicking off our list at number 10 is simple. Having a ranged weapon alongside your everything else, just right there with you, your buddy. That's right. This is something that a lot of people don't do because they don't like ranged weapons. Now, when I say ranged, I basically mean any gun that is capable of zooming in like a sniper, hunting rifle, or a scoped AR. When you have one of these weapons with you, it gives you way more visibility over the map than your enemies may have, even if you're not going to use the gun to fire at people. If you don't have a scoped weapon with you and you think you see someone in the distance, there's not really any way to know for sure. You can't go pull out your binoculars and check it out. But if you have something scopable with you and you see someone in the distance, you can get a good look at them and whatever it is they may be doing or holding when it comes time for a fight. Information is vital in Fortnite, and even if you don't use the ranged weapon, having it to scope in and kind of see what's going on can be very, very valuable. At number 9, putting traps in your structure. This is something that always catches people off guard when they get hit by it, but they never actually do it themselves. Since damage traps are so common and so powerful again, you pretty much always have a couple on you. You normally never end up using them by the end of the game. You waste them. But a good way to use these traps is to just slap one down every once in a while when you're building something. If you build a tower and you're sitting at the top, just put a trap on the wall of the top cube where you're at. If you're in a build fight with someone and you have a second, just throw a trap or two down. You never know when they're going to drop down and actually hit it. The point is, you should try to find uses for those traps instead of wasting them. And a good way to do that is just throw them down randomly in your structures because you never know when someone is going to try to charge you and step right in them. Or if you're going to loot a house, leave one as a little calling card and shut the front door. At number 8, taking shields instead of HP healing items. This is a mistake that a lot of people make in Fortnite, and I used to do it a ton and still do it from time to time. When you're playing solos, you should always take shields over HP healing items like bandages or med kits. When you're in a fight, the first thing you're going to lose is your shield. So naturally, you're going to want some minis or some big shield pots to bring you back up. But if you're carrying bandages or med kits and your shields get hit, what are you supposed to do about that? You can't do anything. If you have the choice between carrying HP heals or shield heals, you should always take the shields due to how much more helpful they can be on the fly and during combat. At number 7, this is a long, extensive one, but I want you to get ready for it. Are you ready? Here we go. Not playing random teams. Just don't do it. It's never worth it. At number 6, taking a shotgun over an SMG. I know a lot of people really don't like the shotguns right now due to how inconsistent they can be, but this should be a no-brainer. I'm not saying the SMG is not bad. The silenced SMG is actually better, and the tactical SMG is very, very valuable, but shotguns have dominated the close-range meta ever since the game came out, and that's probably not going to change anytime soon. The SMGs can definitely be helpful, and they're great for guaranteeing damage, but when it comes to it, the shotgun will beat any SMG in a close-range fight if you hit your shots. If you're rocking an SMG, it's going to be a better idea to rock a shotgun in 99.9% of the scenarios. Now, a lot of your better players are actually running either a tactical or a pump shotgun, and they're running it along with a tactical SMG right now. So they hit them once with the big damage, and then they put it on them with the high rate fire of the SMG. You guys let me know in the comment section which way you like to roll. Do you like to double pump? Do you like to pump tactical? Or do you like to shotgun and tactical SMG? Cracking into the top 5. Not staying in the center of the circle. A lot of people tend to like staying near the center of the safe zone when playing Fortnite, and I understand the thought process behind this. It's generally not a good idea though. When you're in the middle of a safe zone, you will be closer to the next safe zone, and that's a good thing. But you also have to remember that when you're in the dead center, you are now a target from all directions, since people are always going to be behind you, in front of you, to your sides, so on and so forth. If you're in the safe zone, I recommend trying to go one side or another and never stay in the middle. By getting out of the center, you greatly reduce your chances of getting pinched by multiple teams, and you'll just generally be much more prepared for the rest of the match. You won't get somebody coming up behind you, and a lot of people die most of the time from getting pinched or caught in somebody else's fight because they're in the center of the circle. Work the outer parts of the circle. At number 4, leaving the sniper if you're not good with it. Now, earlier, we talked about having a scoped weapon, even if you're not going to use it to gather information. But there comes a point where your inventory slots are valuable. Now, the snipers can be tempting when you find them on the battlefield due to how satisfying they are to kill people with. But I see way too many people that pick up a sniper, try to go for snipes when they're not good at it, and then they just get torched because the people push up on them. Now, obviously, there is no way to get better at sniping without trying it, but if you're close to winning a match, that's probably not the best time to try practicing your snipes as opposed to playing for the win. Also, if you're playing teams and you aren't a good sniper, you're just painting a big fat red target on your teammate's back when you go for snipes and miss with your buddies right next to you. Don't go for snipes unless you're good at sniping. Instead, use that inventory slot for something that you're good at. There's nothing wrong with going with your strengths if it doesn't happen to be sniping. At number 3, hugging the circle. Now, hugging the circle is seen by many people as pretty wimpy, just a kind of a crappy way to play, but you can't tell me it doesn't work. And we talked about this earlier, not being in the center. I agree that always hugging the circle is pretty lame when it comes to playing. It's definitely not exciting to watch, but if you find yourself in a situation where you're low on health or materials, you may want to stay pretty close to the circle's edge so you can guarantee your safety from one direction. Now again, I don't recommend always playing this way because that's not going to breed good habits. It's going to breed bad habits in your playstyle, but if you're in a tricky situation, it's usually a good idea to try and stay close to the storm. So that way, you know you won't get flanked and you can narrow down the potential enemy directions and not get pinched. Now, once again, if you're in a situation where you're trying to go for this win and you don't have a lot of shields or health or a lot of inventory, you do whatever you have to do to get that win. I hid in a bush yesterday to get a win at the very end. It's because it's what I had to do. The situation called for it, and I got that win. I'm not fully ashamed of it. At number 2, dropping the chug jug in the late game. This is a tough one to do because of how valuable the chug is. It's a 15-second healing item that will max out both your health and your shields, making it extremely helpful in just about every scenario. However, in the late game, the chug jug loses its effectiveness because of how long it takes to use and how small the play area is. Now, here's a little piece of advice. In that late game, drop the chug for either minis or big shield potions. You don't want to be locked in any place for 15 seconds during the end of a game, regardless of how much health you'll get for it. I know it can be tough to let something as desirable as the chug jug go, but you got to do what you got to do if you want to win the game and be ready for a quick heal during combat. Once again, there's always situations that call for it. You may be in a situation where you get hurt, but you have time to use one. But for the most part, you got to be quick with your healing when you get to that end game. At number 1, not shooting. This is it. The best decision you can ever make in Fortnite. Not shooting at the one person who you are not sure that you can get the kill on. We've all been in situations where we see someone out in the distance and they're not looking at us, so we try to decide whether or not we should open fire on them. Most people do. Chances are, if you're asking yourself if it's a good idea, it's probably not a good idea. Whenever you find yourself in that situation, when you're not sure if you should open fire at someone, try not shooting at them and just following them for a while to get a better angle, get a better situation where you're more guaranteed that kill. You don't want to fire at someone, miss the shot, and they turn around and kill you, or maybe their teammates get you, or maybe the enemy team notice your shots and you get the dreaded pinch by both of them. There are so many things that can go wrong in a scenario where you're willingly giving away your position without killing someone in the process. So just don't do it. If you see someone in the distance and you're not sure you can kill him before they fire back, just wait to take the shot until you can almost guarantee that kill. I know it's a golden carrot that's dangled out in front of you, but if you'll try this and you'll do it more often than not, you'll start winning more engagements. And there you have it, my friends. Those are 10 of the smartest decisions that any Fortnite player on any level can make. You guys let me know. What is the smartest thing that you feel you can do in a Fortnite Battle Royale match? And I know the fun of it is it's constantly changing. Every scenario is different, and it's never going to be the same. So your decision making is always going to have to tailor to that situation. But these are core things that everybody can do and get better at the game. If you guys enjoyed this, found it informative, drop a like, make sure you're subscribed, turn on those notifications so you never miss an upload, and I will see you guys soon.